Hey everybody, it's Kevin at Body, Mind, and Soul, and we're going to talk real quick about this new moon in Leo, and then also Mercury retrograde starting. Okay, so new moon today, August 4th. This happened at actually very early in the morning at 6:13 a.m. Central Standard Time here in Houston. This is where we have that. New moons are conjunctions, okay? And what that means is the sun and moon are in the same sign at the exact same degree. So for this particular new moon, the sun and moon were both at 12 degrees Leo, all right? So we'll just kind of look at the blog. New moons are also a great time to make wishes, set new intentions, that kind of thing. So it's about new beginnings. It's like a cosmic reset here. So what are some key words that are associated with Leo? We've got words like confidence, drama, theater, self-expression, royalty, majesty, charisma, playfulness, creativity, bossy, pride, enthusiasm, and headstrong. And Leo belongs to the fire element. Oh, okay. So fire signs like Leo, Aries, Sagittarius do have a flair for the dramatic. They can be very passionate and also show a lot of courage too. So there's definitely a restless energy with the fire sign. So at its most simplistic level, we can say that a new moon in Leo connects us, or in some cases reconnects us with our passion for a living. If we've been feeling down or a bit depressed, a new moon and Leo can reinvigorate us and get us excited about life again. If we've, let's see, taking the keyword self-expression, let's do that. We can say that a new moon in Leo will help us speak up and express ourselves. This new moon chart is especially fiery with Venus joining the sun and moon in Leo. All right, it's not a conjunction, but Venus is in the last degree of Leo here. And with this Chiron in the north node, okay, of the moon, they're in Aries, okay? So with the fire element so strong, we're more apt to be self-motivated and more spontaneous. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 placements in this chart in fire signs. The water element is weak. We've only got Saturn and Neptune in water signs, and with water element weak, we could feel a little unbalanced there. We might feel a little off kilter with our emotions. And Jupiter, the planet of good luck and expansion, will be making a minor aspect to this new moon called a sextile. Jupiter is about expansion, good luck, good fortune. So we might be feeling very generous to others during this time. The other thing is Leo is associated here with the 5th house in astrology, okay? And there's 12 houses, just like there's 12 signs. And the 5th house, this is the angle of the astrological wheel that deals with creativity, self-expression, children, romance, pleasure, fun, play. And since we have not only the sun and moon in Leo, but also lovely Venus in the sign of the lion, 5th house energy is very strong during this new moon, all right? So for some of us then, children, because the 5th house is associated with children might be a focal point here. Others of us need to maybe introduce more play or fun into our lives, and for others, romance could take center stage. Now, August 5th, Monday, Mercury goes retrograde in the sign of Virgo, okay? And Mercury goes retrograde about 3, sometimes even 4 times a year. Now, of course, as most everyone knows now, during the Mercury retrograde, we can have all kinds of communication mishaps, like misunderstandings, or we may say something we will later regret. The best rule to follow during Mercury retrograde, I always said, this was told to me years ago, is, does this need to be said? Does it need to be said by me? And does it need to be said right now? That's been a good rule of thumb. And I know that sometimes that's easier said than done. But it's served me well. Mercury will retrograde in the sign of Virgo for the first 10 days. Okay, so Virgo, with it retrograding in Virgo, we may be rethinking our diet. We might be rethinking like exercising or start exercising. I would also advise people to avoid, if possible, signing any kind of important papers. That's always true during Mercury retrograde. But sometimes you can't postpone that. So sometimes you got to get a car, you've got to sign on the house. So I just tell people just to be sure you look over everything there in the contract. We also need to really proofread things too before we send them out. Text, emails, those kinds of things like that. And then on August 16th, Mercury will then move back into the sign of Leo, okay, as it continues to retrograde. And that means there we need to keep our egos in check, okay? Because we talk about fire signs having a flair for the dramatic. We could, accidentally stir up, or others stir up some unnecessary drama. And Mercury retrograde is going to be from Monday, tomorrow, August 5th, to Wednesday, August 28th. Everybody have a good new moon in Leo. And we'll hope to see you at the store soon. Take care.